Breaking news. Welcome to Lafri's Concept TV. Here is the headlines. From 150 billion naira presidential jet to 5 billion naira yacht. Tinubu'S government, extravagant purchases under scrutiny. From 150 billion naira presidential jet to 5 billion yacht. Tinubu'S government, extravagant purchases under scrutiny. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please do ensure you like, subscribe and share. Now the details. Public discontent continues to grow over the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration's purchase of a new presidential jet. The government has reportedly allocated over 150 billion naira for the aircraft purchase, a move that has drawn widespread criticisms, particularly as Nigerians continue to struggle with a challenging economic climate and an ongoing cost of living crisis. Policies enacted by President Tinubu, such as subsidy removal and exchange rate unification, have led to price increases for various commodities, contributing to the current inflationary pressures. Despite the hardships caused by these policies, the presidential has urged Nigerians to endure the situation. However, the administration seems unwilling to adhere to its own advice, with inflation now at 33%. This report from Niger News examines some of the most extravagant expenditures by the current government. The Nigerian government has reportedly spent over $100 million on an Airbus A330 to replace the 19-year-old Boeing B737-700 BBJ acquired during Olusegun Obasanjo's presidency. This lavish purchase has drawn a significant backlash from Nigerians, who view it as a sign of insensitivity. Even though the National Assembly claimed it has not yet appropriated funds for the purchase, President Tinubu has already used the jet on a trip to France. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has consistently expressed his readiness to approve any request related to finalizing the purchase. Former Minister of Education Obi Ezekwesili criticized President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's decision to purchase a 14-year-old aircraft for use as a presidential jet, stating that there is no justification for such an expense. The worst display of fiscal rascality is when political and public leaders of a country that is highly overburdened with debt of all kinds, chose to spend scarce public resources on prestige projects and luxuries. Imagine at Nigerian President and his vice at Nigerian Senate and House Nigeria at NAS Nigeria and the governors of mostly unviable 36 states enjoying obscene luxurious while asking the poor to sacrifice for the future, Ezekwesili stated. Similarly, the Labour Party's 2023's presidential candidate, Peter Obi, has called on the administration of President Tinubu to be transparent about the details surrounding the newly acquired presidential jet and the status of the older jets that are being sold off. The presidential candidate said, "Now that the jet is here, can Nigerian taxpayers whose money was used to purchase it need to be privy to how much it cost and how old the aircraft is and how long it's been in operation?" Last year, the government faced significant criticisms for planning to purchase a presidential yacht. In the 2023 supplementary budget of 2.17 trillion naira, President Tinubu proposed 5 billion naira for the yacht procurement. Following public outcry, the National Assembly refused to approve the yacht funding, reallocating the 5 billion naira to student loans with questions remaining on how the government will finance the yacht. Amid widespread criticisms over the procurement of a luxury boat for the president in the midst of worsening hardship across the country, the Nigerian Navy affirmed that it ordered the yacht during the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari. Niger News reports that the Director of Information, Nigerian Navy, Commodore Adedotu Ayo Vaughan, in an interview with Punch, stated that the yacht had been in the country since June 2023. The Navy noted that the procurement of the yacht was long overdue, stressing that the yacht was for training and not for the pleasure of the president, as widely believed.